The Brothers Grail acknowledges the Bindal and Wulgarukuba people of North Queensland and the Wurundjeri people of Melbourne, the traditional owners of the land we record on today. We pay our respects to elders past, present and future. We also recognise that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders have been custodians of the land, rivers and seas for at least 65,000 years and were the first storytellers. Hello again, and welcome to the Brothers Grail. I am Quindog, your Bible reader, and I am the master of ceremonies who reads the Bible to my two Nimrod brothers. The captain, how are you, Captain?
Yeah, mate, I'm real good.
And Kebevan. Kebevan's nursing our little schmoodle at the moment. How are you, Kebevan?
I'm great. How you doing?
Top of the world, top of the world. I was hoping, like, you were saying something in the back room before we turned the microphone on, Captain, that you were slightly delayed for some particular reason. I was wondering whether you're going to tell us that story or not, but maybe not.
Nah. It's just a yuck story that isn't nice or fun.
All right, so we'll keep that one secret. That's just for the Brothers Grail.
I'm supposed to be the one dragging us through the mud, and you're starting it.
Yeah. I was just trying to get you in the mood, you know. Trying to get you pumped and excited for some Bible reading. So we'll really quickly, boys, go back through our episode from last week. I've done a real quick little read back and a couple of dot points. Now, I went through them with Kebevan a minute ago, Captain, but hopefully you'll remember too. So we went through chapters 28, 29, 30, where Isaac sent Jacob away back to Haran. Remember, just after Esau got all cranky, and so Jacob got sent back. Do you remember that, Captain?
Sure do.
He found that stone pillow, had the ladder dream, where the angels were flying up to heaven. He fell in love with hot Rachel, and but then he got tricked into getting to know and then marrying the one with the really nice eyes, the pretty eyes, Leah. And then Laban tricked him or sort of negotiated 7 years' work for each of the daughters. And then I think the wording was something like another 7 years to get some more, like to get wages for some animals or something like that. So 7 years for each daughter and then 7 years for some livestock, I think was the deal.
Equal value?
Yes, yeah, well, 100%. And then Jacob, and I was a bit confused by this when we read through it. It was hard to follow, but Jacob did that sort of tricky animal husbandry shit where
He picked the good livestock, bred them up, fed them well, and then what was the wording? Speckled.
yeah, they were speckled and streaked and stuff. Yeah, and he had some magic rod that when they went to drink the water, then they.
It was a root, wasn't it?
I thought it was a rod. Maybe I'd had a few whiskeys, so maybe I was saying.
I don't remember a magical root or rod, so he's doing better than me.
Geez, I hope we're not
So
skipping.
how do I forget that?
I hope we're not skipping a chapter.
I thought he was putting the root in the trough of the
Yeah.
livestock he wanted to keep.
Yeah, it was some
Doing
weird
some
thing.
water trickery sounds very familiar.
And once again, I might have been having a few too many whiskeys last week because when I read it just now, it sounded a bit like the rod was like the mandrake thing. Remember the mandrake?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like getting them all
He's
potent.
Getting his animals horned up.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I'll have to revisit that and we'll re-chat about that because I don't really fully remember that chat. So the tricky animal husbandry. Then there was the whole Rachel is barren. So, but Leah was punching out a heap of kids, and then Leah gave a maid, and there was maid giving, and all these kids started getting pumped out, and that was that mandrake story. Reuben gave the mandrake, and so I think that's generally speaking sort of where we got up to.
What a weird series of things to happen. To
Definitely
be honest,
is. So it wasn't a whole lot of action, I guess. So hopefully tonight we've got a bit more action going on.
What more action do you want than accidental marriage of the wrong sister?
No.
Like that was a pretty extreme event.
Yeah, you're right. There was a few. I guess I was just sort of compared to what we were sort of half expecting with Esau and Jacob.
Yeah, we were hoping for some.
I guess,
murder.
but so I've got a feeling we might. I didn't get planning enough ahead to tell you what's coming up, so we're just going to have to find out.
I do have a random pop culture reference for Quindog to not understand.
Already?
I was listening to like a 3-hour-long video breakdown on season 5 of Lost the other day, and that's the season where they get really into the character of Jacob. And
as in, sorry, there is a Lost character called Jacob, or are they
he's
referring
like
to
one of the mystical men of the island.
Okay.
That's all mystical and magical, like the top tier crazy shit. And
Look,
then
it's been a while. Remind me who Jacob is.
so Jacob is the brother of the smoke monster.
That's right, the shoeless man on the beach. Yeah.
Yeah. So and like the smoke monster was pretending to be like, I think, Jack's dad for ages and manipulating people into falling for his tricks so he could turn from a smoke monster into a human that rules the world or some shit. Anyways, Jacob, they never give the smoke monster a name in the whole show, and people call him Esau. Is all that.
Jacob and Esau.
Yeah.
So us reading
Like
the Bible triggered that link for you. Is that what you mean?
Oh, cool. Because Lost has a lot of.
He wasn't hairy or red at all.
No, he was
Shit description.
black hair. Yeah, no, but I think it was just the Jacob and
Yeah.
Esau Bear brothers, because Lost was a show that dealt a lot with like science versus like faith and fate and destiny, and is it mystical, is it magical, or is it just raw science kind of shit, was like a lot of what the themes were in the show. So people just called him Esau. But only fans, it was never on the show.
You're right. I watched a tiny bit of Lost and I have no idea half what you just said. But that's cool. That, like, you know how you have talked about the bands and all the biblical references that you notice. Like, holy crap! So that's another cool little biblical reference that.
It does mean some people do read the entirety of the Bible, because the part we're on isn't important or like very moral or anything. It's just a story of weird shit happening at the moment, right?
I wonder whether they actually understand it, because I don't think we're getting the point of it at all. I'm not. So anyway, on that note, maybe we should read some more Bible so we can deepen our misunderstanding about what's going on.
Back to Bible studies.
Back to Bible study. All right, so let's...
Hang on. Did you ever think your Friday night was ever going to be Bible studies?
That's a very good question, Camille.
I just realised I'm here studying the Bible.
Well, I have a whiskey at least, I suppose. So that's one little thing.
Yeah,
I'm
really not cool.
No, yeah, you're right. This is the weirdest thing that, like, yeah, who thought that as adults we'd be? Yeah, I certainly never thought that. No, Kevin. All right. Chapter 31. Now Jacob heard the words of Laban's sons, saying, Jacob has taken away all that was our father's, and from what was our father's he has acquired all of his wealth, because Jacob did the trickery on him, or at least that's what the sons are saying. And Jacob saw the countenance of Laban, and indeed it was not favourable toward him as before. No shit. Then the Lord said to Jacob, return to the land of your fathers and to your family, and I will be with you. So Jacob sent and called for Rachel and Leah to the field, to his flock. And he said to them, I see your father's countenance. It is not favourable towards me, as before, but the God of my father has been with me. And you know that with all my might I have served your father. Yet your father has deceived me and changed my wages 10 times. But God did not allow him to hurt me. Bit of a whinge.
Yeah.
He did change his wages basically though, didn't he? He's like... Oh,
But he plans on stealing all of his shit, so...
Yeah, but
Same.
Is that in response to Laban going, I'm swapping wives, now you got to work an extra 7 years. Like 7 years. I don't know. Maybe it's
To own a lady?
Yeah, I guess. Well, but who else has had to work for 7 years to own a lady so far? They just get ladies for
Just
free.
take 'em.
Yeah, for a nose ring.
Yeah.
That's
Usually
what
they're just provided.
Yeah.
They usually just mention, and then he married this person. The end. That's that story of love.
If he said thus, the speckled shall be your wages, then all the flocks bore speckled. And if he said thus, the streaked shall be your wages, then all the flocks bore streaked. I think he's claiming that God is on his side there, where Laban's going, you'll get all the rubbish, or you'll get all the smaller quantities or something.
But
then all of a sudden there was heaps of them or something like that.
Didn't he go out of his way to make sure that they were the ones that would reproduce?
Yeah, so he did it, but he's maybe claiming that God is doing it. Yeah, I don't know.
And just the ability to say, mate, God's just saying that as part of your negotiation tactic. God's on my side. Like, what the fuck does that mean? Oh,
means everything in this book.
What an insane conversation. Could you imagine if you're like, I don't know, negotiating with a salesman, buying a car. You're like, mate, I think I should just get the upgrade. God's on my side.
Yeah.
In saying that, I feel like nearly every athlete does that before a game or match. God's on my side.
Yes.
Oh,
and then
that's just religious people, though. That's not. They're just, and they probably just attribute some of their skill to God giving them power.
And probably what happens is people, when stuff goes their way, they attribute it to God.
Yeah.
But when it doesn't go their way, they just don't.
But he's doing it before he gets the thing that he should be attributing to God. He's usually like, God just wants me to have it, mate. Just give it.
Just
give
hand
it. Look, it's mystical, it's magical, and God should just give me whatever I want.
And he continues exactly along that line. So God has taken away the livestock of your father and given them to me. I think my Prince Charles, I think I've just got a sore throat now. And it happened at the time when the flocks conceived that I lifted my eyes and I saw in a dream, and behold, the rams which leaped upon the flock were streaked, speckled, and grey spotted. So that's another word for humping now. The rams leaped upon the flocks, I think. They got to know him in a leaping fashion. Then the angel of God spoke to me in a dream, saying, Jacob. And I said, Here I am.
Here I am.
And he said, Lift your eyes now and see. All the rams which leap on the flocks are streaked, speckled, and grey spotted. For I have seen all that Laban is doing to you. I am the God of Bethel, where you anointed the pillar, and where you made a vow to me. Now arise! Get out of this land and return to the land of your family.
Did he say he's a god?
He said this? He did, yeah. He's talking for God, I guess, hey? He's an angel.
But he's the God of the church that he built, or that shrine he built?
No. It was an angel. He was so
yeah, but the angel is saying,
he's-
I am the God of the shrine you built?
Yeah.
Where he had a dream about ladders?
Yeah, I am the God of Bethel,
Bethel.
where you anointed the pillar. Yeah, so... I don't know.
The other part of that was the angel implying that Laban was doing something bad to Jacob?
100, yeah. I think so. Yeah.
I guess he did force him into 14 years of slavery after a daughter marriage trick, but
Yeah. Laban's a bit smarter than I gave him credit for.
But I feel like Jacob was agreeable to the terms anyway, and he did get 2 helpers out of it.
One beautiful helper and one helper with really nice eyes.
Yes.
And so Rachel and Leah must be in as part of this conversation, because it says, Then Rachel and Leah answered and said to him, Is there still any portion or inheritance for us in our father's house? Are we not considered strangers by him? For he has sold us and also completely consumed our money.
He's turned his daughters against him.
Yes.
Fucking Jacob, mate. What a scam.
riches which God has taken from our father are really ours and our children's. Now then, whatever God has said to you, do it. So they're fully on board with Jacob's scam. Because Jacob has just like scammed Laban out of all of his wealth. And then so the girls, I think, are going, well, Dad's got no wealth anymore, so we don't have to suck up to him anymore. We are 100% Jacob. Yeah.
The hard sell.
Then Jacob rose and set his sons and his wives on camels, and he carried away all his livestock and all his possessions which he had gained. His acquired livestock which he had gained in Paddan Aram, which was, I think, the last scam. Is that what the Paddan Aram thing? Anyway.
Must be.
We've lost count of the scams at this point.
Yeah, we'll have to do a stock take of the scams so that we can.
You need a scam chart.
Yeah. I'll have to get onto that useful charts mob.
Yeah,
ask for a scam chart.
I've got an idea for you. I'll put. You could get them to pay you to. You could pull a scam on them and just create a bullshit chart.
Get them to do the work, and you just get it.
Yeah,
amazing.
Brothers Grail scam number 1.
We're on our path to God.
Yes.
We have been taking something from Bible studies.
Now Laban had gone to shear his sheep, and Rachel had stolen the household idols that were her father's. Right? So they're about to run away, and Rachel has gone into Laban's house and stolen his, I don't know, whatever's sitting up on his shelf, right? His god idols. And Jacob stole away unknown to Laban the Syrian, in that he did not tell him that he intended to flee. So he fled with all that he had. He arose and crossed the river and headed toward the mountains of Gilead. And Laban was told on the 3rd day that Jacob had fled. So Jacob's gone ski, and Laban's
it took him 3 days.
Where's Jacob? And even then he didn't discover it. Someone told him.
Didn't notice his daughter or all the livestock, I presume.
No, I'm pretty sure he went up the hill or something at the end of the last chapter.
Oh, I'm glad you remember.
So he's
that.
somewhere else. The news just got to him.
I don't think it was out of sheer dumbness. I think he just wasn't there.
I still think he's really dumb.
But sorry, they're making it seem like Jacob is like they're escaping someone who's locked them in a dungeon and forced them into slavery. Isn't Jacob the ruler of the land? What is going on?
They even went inside the house and stole the item.
Yeah,
and stole.
Yeah, what part of this is what they've done good? There's not much of what's been going on.
Not that Laban was doing good shit. He was selling his daughters for slave work and then doing tricks to get a 2-for-1 or whatever. But
And we can't forget that this has all happened immediately after Jacob and Rebecca scammed the shit out of Isaac and Esau. So
who's Rebecca again? She
mum.
seemed so important a couple of chapters ago. Gone.
Gone.
Oh yeah.
She'll come back surely.
When it tells us she's dead.
Yeah, she died. She was 100 and something, and she died. Yeah, that'll happen. That's a prediction for today.
And they chucked her in a cave or something.
Then he took his brethren with him and pursued him for 7 days. This is Laban. For 7 days' journey. There's a 7 again. And he overtook him in the mountains of Gilead. So he must have taken another little secret, goat track up somewhere. But God had come to Laban the Syrian in a dream by night and said to him, "Be careful that you..." I did say that right. "Be careful that you speak to Jacob neither good nor bad." So Laban overtook Jacob. Now Jacob had pitched his tent in the mountains, and Laban with his brethren pitched in the mountains of Gilead. Another one of those just saying the same sentence. Yeah. And Laban said, there you go, they've already bumped into each other. And Laban said to Jacob, "What have you done, that you have stolen away unknown to me, and carried away my daughters like captives taken with the sword? Why did you flee away secretly and steal away from me and not tell me, for I might have sent you away with joy and songs, with timbrel and harp. Who thinks Laban would have gone and put a party on for him?
No chance.
When I read that earlier, I thought you would do a little throwback to a bard, Captain, but you've let me down there. Laban's a bard, secret bard. And you did not allow me to kiss my sons and my daughters. Now you have done foolishly in doing so.
He's disobeying God.
Well,
he's coming up with a aggressive tone. He started off trying to be like whiny and like poetic, and now he's just getting aggressive.
Tension built with old Laban. It is in my power to do you harm. But the God of your father spoke to me last night, saying, be careful that you speak to Jacob neither good nor bad. So, I thought that was odd that he's saying, I spoke to the God of your father, like as in, it's another, I think we've said this before, there's another reference to multiple gods going on. So, that's cool.
I just took it as like, your father is like the father of the top dog for God. So he's associated with God to people. Abraham is like the mad cunt.
Maybe.
Wait, Jacob's Isaac's son.
So it's Abraham, then Isaac, then Jacob.
Yeah, so that makes it make even less sense to me. Because I was thinking of it being like, oh, Abraham's like the big ultimate cruel of this God land takeover. And but it's not even him, so it doesn't make sense. I'm going,
and now you have surely gone, because you greatly long for your father's house. But why did you steal my gods? So Laban's obviously gone back home and spotted the empty shelf.
Sorry, steal my gods?
Yeah, idols. The idols. Yeah. And once again, the God of your father, and why did you steal my gods? You know, so they sound like there's different gods.
I'd like to know more about these other gods.
Too.
These alternatives.
Maybe that's in chapter 77.
I don't reckon.
Then Jacob, we've got a schmoodle sniffing at the door. Then Jacob answered and said to Laban, because I was afraid, for I said, perhaps you would take your daughters away from me by force. With whomever you find your gods, do not let him live. In the presence of our brethren, identify what I have done, what I have of yours, and take it with you. For Jacob did not know that Rachel had stolen them. Right? Do you follow that?
Yeah.
So Jacob's saying to Laban, search my shit, dude. I ain't got none of your fucking gods. And if you find my gods, you can cut someone's fucking balls off. And Laban went into Jacob's tent, into Leah's tent, and into the two maids' tents, but he did not find them. Then he went out of Leah's tent and entered Rachel's tent.
Dun, dun.
Now Rachel had taken the household item. Fuck me. Now Rachel had taken.
It's a God, mate. Give it respect.
Now Rachel had taken the household idols, put them in the camel's saddle, and sat on them. And Laban searched. He couldn't find Jacob for 5 days. What chances he got to find in some fucking? And she sat on them. And Laban searched all about the tent, but did not find them. And she said to her father, let it not displease my lord that I cannot rise before you, for the manner of women is with me. Right? So she's
got a period.
Yeah. So she's like, I'm sitting on this stuff. You cannot move me because of mystical woman. You know, you might get girl germs or whatever. I don't know. Yeah.
Do you reckon before Jacob and therefore God came into her life, she'd ever stolen from anyone or lied? Because she's currently, I don't believe she's on her period. I think she's doing some lying to cover her theft. She's like trying to like scam him using her womanly ways. I reckon she's learning it from Jacob along the
You might
way.
be onto something. She might have been pure as day.
He's corrupted her. is my
He's
theory.
turned her into she's already a little baby scammer. This is her first. She's dipping her toes into the scam business.
Or to be fair, her dad also did a scam to marry off her sister. So it's just scams. You just learn it from everyone.
Then Jacob was angry and rebuked Laban. And Jacob answered and said to Laban, "What is my trespass? What is my sin that you have so hotly pursued me? Although you have searched all my things, what part of your household things have you found? Set it here before my brethren, your brethren, that they may judge between us both. These 20 years I have been with you, your ewes and your female goats have not miscarried their young, and I have not eaten the rams of your flock." He's cranky.
Yeah.
That which was torn by beasts I did not bring to you. I bore the loss of it. You required it from my hand, whether stolen by day or stolen by night. He's like fully unloading, I think, in a Jacob type way. There I was in the day of drought consumed me. In the day the drought consumed me, and the frost by night, and my sleep departed from my eyes. Thus I have been in your house 20 years. I served you 14 years for your 2 daughters, and 6 years for your flock, and you have changed my wages 10 times. He's stuck on that 10 times thing, hey?
Well, to be fair, Laban was a shit boss. Like, he did do a bad thing to Jacob. That part I will agree with.
How many bosses allow you to basically steal half of their fucking shit?
Well, because he's an idiot. He still got scammed by
Okay,
Jacob in the end.
yes.
They're both bad people. But he did mistreat Jacob quite horrifically, is all I'm saying.
We're both having trouble
Wait,
we're all having trouble deciding who to dislike here, aren't we?
Well, I hate it. Like,
They're all
Laban
shit
is
characters.
more charismatic to me. Like,
Okay.
because he's a bit of a lovable dope, but he did do a horrific thing. Whereas Jacob is an entitled wanker who just thinks everything's his.
You just think that because of the pompous voice Colin's putting on.
I do wonder.
Maybe.
I do wonder
Maybe.
if someone.
But no, is it? I'm really confused what's happened to all the Abraham land that Jacob has inherited. Because he's coming across like he was trapped working for this horrific slave boss that he still managed to scam somehow. But doesn't he rule the world or the lands?
Well, he's not in the Canaan. He's not in the ruled part. I don't think.
So okay. That's
Yeah, because
So he's over
because God is not powerful, obviously enough to give someone all of the land on the planet. They can only give him a small bit near the west
But
coast.
I thought he was specifically picking his helper from his cousins so that he was still in his land.
No, he went away from his land and went back to the. Well, it's basically back to his family, Abraham's original family, to get a wife, and then he's taken her back to Canaan.
Oh,
Get the good seed.
Do
and then
you
go play
ever listen to me, Captain?
So
Yeah, well, but where was the farm that he's working on then? So because he's with the wife now.
It's Laban's
her
farm.
home.
It's the original home. So you remember right at the very start, Abraham lived in Ur. It was a little town called Ur. Then he fucked off up north somewhere, and there's a town called Haran, and he stayed there for ages, and that's where his brothers and uncles and all this sort of shit was. So Haran is, and then he fucked off and went a big old trek west, and then he found himself in Canaan. Then he went to Egypt and blah blah blah. So it's
Where's
way
Abimelech?
back.
Which one was Abimelech?
He's way back toward Canaan, old Israel.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm probably going to have to cut some of this out. You gotta listen to me more, Captain.
So hang on.
Yep.
By this, if someone gets paid wrong in the modern age, should they be allowed to just take items from work and flee?
Oh,
No, because he only just took his rightful helpers. It's just that his helper also stole.
He also took the
her
sheep.
dad's god.
Yeah, no, but Kebevin's right, because he just took a whole heap of livestock and shit. So yeah, if your boss
I thought he
is
scammed him out of the livestock fair and square.
Yeah, but he still stole it. Like, took it. Like, if your boss is being a dick to you, Kevin's gone, I think we can pocket a few things. Maybe that's good stealing. Maybe that's biblical stealing.
Good stealing, yeah.
Change my wages 10 times. Unless the God of my father, the God of Abraham, and the fear of Isaac had been with me, surely now you would have sent me away empty-handed. God has seen my affliction and the labor of my hands, and rebuked you last night. And Laban answered and said to Jacob, these daughters are my daughters, and these children are my children, and this flock is my flock. All that you see is mine. But what can I do this day to these my daughters, or to their children whom they have borne? Now therefore, come, let us make a covenant, you and I, and let it be a witness between you and me. So I don't really understand what happened just then.
He's just
Sounds
been
a
like,
little bit to me like he's forcing a covenant. Shouldn't a covenant be agreed upon?
yeah, but I think he's basically just saying, you're my family / you get everything you want, and I'm just going to go home. Basically.
I think he's scared of God. I think he's going, I should be able to take everything I want because you've just taken my daughters, but God came to my dream and I'm scared he's going to ruin my shit. That's what that's the way I took that. So he's like, I'm going to just make a pretend covenant with you right now so that we're friends. That's
what does covenant mean?
It's like a contract. It's like a deal made, an agreement.
Yeah.
Ever watch,
so it's basically, let's make an agreement that you get everything and I'm just going to go home, basically.
Yeah, we'll find out. They're going to tell us. So Jacob took a stone and set it up as a pillar because he likes to do that. Then Jacob said to his brethren, gather stones. And they took stones and made a heap. And they ate there on the heap. What? Yeah. Laban called it Jegar Sahadutha. But Jacob called it Gilead. And Jacob said, this heap is a witness between you and me this day. Therefore its name was called Gilead.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Also Mitzvah, for some reason. Because he said, may the Lord watch between you and me when we are absent one from one another. If you afflict my daughters, or if you take other wives beside my daughters, although no man is with us, God is witness between you and me. I don't know, is that protecting his wife somehow? This is fucking stupid. I've got to really quickly wrap this up, because this is dumb as shit. Then Laban said to Jacob, here is this heap, and here is this pillar, which I have placed between you and me. This heap is a witness. Doesn't sound very reverent, does it? Like, they're building altars, and they're building all these wonderful grand things, and these motherfuckers in the mountain, they just built a heap of rocks, and they're making deals over it. This heap is a witness, and this pillar is a witness that I will not pass between this heap to you, and you will not pass between this heap and this pillar to me for harm. The God of Abraham, the God of Nahor, and the God of their father judge between us. And Jacob swore by the fear of his father Isaac. Then Jacob offered a sacrifice on the mountain and called his brethren to eat bread, and they ate bread and stayed all night on the mountain.
Gotta get that meat. So hang on.
God,
what's his name?
God did some good work for Jacob there, and he deserved some good sacrificial porn. You know what I mean?
Oh, I forgot that was God's cue.
So why
he was like, mate, I've got
three different idols, yeah? 3 different gods?
Well, he said, the God of Nahor, which is Uncle Nahor, I think, by the way.
Yeah. No. They're just saying the one God, but they're saying 3 people that go for this God, yeah?
The God of Abraham, the God of Nahor, and the God of their fathers judge between us.
Yeah, so the one God of all these.
Yeah, I don't think his idols are those people.
Why does he have 3 idols of different gods, but only pledged for this one God? What the fuck?
I don't know. You know more than me. I didn't.
The other gods never came to him in a terrifying dream and said, "Oi, cunt! I know exactly what's going on in your life, and if you don't just give them everything they want, bad things will happen. Which usually means all the women around him become barren.
Yeah, that's his superpower, Baron.
Or his land will become barren, might be the alternative, I would imagine.
And to wrap this chapter up, it simply says, "And early in the morning, Laban arose and kissed his sons and daughters and blessed them. Then Laban departed and returned to his place." End of chapter 31.
Alone with nothing.
Alone with, yeah, he might have been had nothing left. Oh. So...
That's another chapter where technically a lot happened, but it was just also pointless and shit.
Yeah, it's like, there's a cool little funny weird thing that happens, and then there's a heap of just circular weird stuff that we don't understand. And then we just sort of got to piece it together.
Well, the thing that happened was literally he fled with everything and abandoned. Like, that's a pretty significant thing to happen.
Yeah, he made the
But it
getaway.
also just felt like nothing.
He pulled off the getaway of the scam.
Well, no, he failed the getaway. God just sent the old mate away.
Yeah, God
saved him, and that's why he got the meat sacrifice.
Yes.
Yeah. Here's your
So Jacob went on his way, and the angels of God met him. When Jacob saw them, he said, "This is God's camp." And he called the name of that place Manaheim. Then Jacob sent messengers before him to Esau his brother in the land of Seir, the country of Edom, and he commanded them, saying, "Speak thus to my lord Esau. Thus your servant Jacob says, I have dwelt with Laban and stayed there until now. I have oxen, donkeys, flocks, and male and female servants, and I have sent to tell my lord that I may find favor in your sight." So he's trying to suck up to our boy Esau.
So they could be about to make a bit of an anti-Jacob team.
alliance.
But this is Jacob.
They've both got quite the grudge.
No, Laban's
sorry.
gone.
I was thinking Laban.
Yeah. No, Laban's gone. This is Jacob. Jacob is sending out a little message He's trying to send his little messengers out before he gets there to go, "Oh, I'm sorry, brother. Are we going to be buds?"
Okay. That makes more sense than what I was thinking.
So Kebevan wants Esau to not accept friendship. What do you think, Captain?
Oh, I want war.
And
Esau to win.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Then the messengers returned to Jacob, saying, "We came to your brother Esau, and he also is coming to meet you, and 400 men are with him."
Yes. Would have been better if the messengers come just as a head.
Oh,
That would have been it.
yeah. Or just they made it and then slipped off their horse because they were tied to the horse. Oh, we don't even have horses, but anyway, yeah, just they were tied to the donkey and they slipped off with a message on it. That would have been good. So Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed, and he divided the people that were with him and the flocks and herds and camels into 2 companies.
War tactics. Look at him go.
Yeah, it's building.
He's dwelled in tents his whole life, but he's studied war.
Yes.
My prediction is it's just going to be like, and Jacob said, "God is in my side," and Esau said, "Okay," and they just carried
Didn't
on.
realise,
Damn.
sorry.
Yeah, that's my theory.
All right. I'm got a sneaking suspicion that you might be on the right track there. And he said, "If Esau comes to the one company and attacks it, then the other company which is left will escape." So I guess he's protecting his wealth, I guess, there. I don't know which company he'll be in, but...
He's going to wait somewhere in the back between and just pick the victor.
Yeah, he'll see where the trouble is occurring, and he'll go to the other one.
Dwell in a tent at the back.
Yeah. Then Jacob said, "O God of my father Abraham and God of my father Isaac, the Lord who said to me, 'Return to your country and to your family, and I will deal well with you.' I am not worthy of the least of all the mercies and all of the truth which you have shown your servant, for I crossed over this Jordan with my staff, and now I have become 2 companies. Feels like a bit of a ramble to me, that one. I'm not sure what that's about.
Yeah.
Deliver me, I pray, from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I fear him, lest he come and attack me, and the mother with the children. For you said, I will surely treat you well, and make your descendants as the sand of the sea, which cannot be numbered for multitude. So same again, just fucking descendants and descendants. So he lodged there that same night, and took what came to his hand as a present for Esau his brother. 200 female goats and 20 male goats, 200 ewes and 20 rams, 30 milk camels with their colts, 40 cows and 10 bulls, 20 female donkeys and 10 foals.
Wow, he's accumulated quite a lot over, what's that, 20 years?
That's like, what, a tenth of a scam right there?
Well, obviously the blessing was worth that much and then some. So
yeah.
If I'm Esau, not enough, brother.
Oh yeah, you're just playing hard with it. No, come again, Jacob.
Nah,
Come
Esau
again.
will just be like, Esau will just be happy with a stew.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're right.
I forgot about that.
He's not very hard to please.
So yeah, all those animals. Then he delivered them to the hand of his servants. Every drove by itself, and said to his servants, Pass over before me, and put some distance between successive droves. And he commanded the first one, saying, When Esau my brother meets you, and asks you, saying, To whom do you belong, and where are you going? Whose are these in front of you? Is he setting up a new scam?
He's going to say that you're my sister, not my helper.
Then you shall say, They are your servant Jacob's. It is a present sent to my lord Esau, and behold, he also is behind us. So he's sending his slaves ahead with all that good shit. So he commanded the second, the third, and all who followed the droves, saying, In this manner you shall speak to Esau when you find him. So I don't know, like he got like waves of servants just going through. So I guess if Esau mows through the first line and the second line
Cannon fodder.
and the third line, the fifth or fourth or sixth or whatever can say that, give the message.
You've got to be pretty powerful to have a group of slaves that will just follow you while you cross land.
Yeah.
Like, they're not just a little like housekeeping or like working on a farm. They're traveling from city to city, not knowing what the next adventure's gonna be.
But he's
That's
traveling with enough livestock that will feed them better than most places would.
Maybe.
So
But is he?
you follow that motherfucker.
Dog interjection.
It was at about this point that we had some minor technical difficulties, and we thought we'd missed what must have been an enormously insightful comment from the captain. So we asked him to repeat himself.
Dog interjection.
Yeah, obviously being a slave sucks, but then also just the uncertainty of what the next place was going to be would stress me out a little bit on top of the slavery.
Okay. Good comment, Captain.
But it was definitely worth all the internet trouble to get through.
And also say, Behold, your servant Jacob is behind us. For he said, I will appease him with the present that goes before me, and afterward I will see his face. Perhaps he will accept me. So the present went on over before him, but he himself lodged that night in the camp, in the tent. Yeah.
Called it.
Yeah, 100% you called it.
Mm-hmm.
And he arose that night and took his 2 wives his 2 female servants, and his 11 sons, and crossed over the ford of Jabbok. So does that mean he's like secretly?
Is he trying to go around?
Maybe. He might be he might scamming everyone. He's tricked all of his servants and.
Well, he's left everything behind if he does. Dumb move.
I don't know, mate. I don't know. Well, we'll find out.
He just needs a couple of livestock and his helpers, and he'll be able to scam someone in the next town. And he'll just be back to where he was.
Rebuild the empire. Yeah. Abimelech, are you still alive? Then Jacob, but he can't claim their sisters, I guess. Oh, I guess he can.
Well, they are sisters.
No, his sisters.
He's got the best version of the lie. He can do that scam so much better than everyone.
Then Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him until the breaking of day.
Fucking what?
I don't know how
Where did that come? Can you read the line prior to that?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So I'll go 2 lines before, and he goes, and he arose that night and took his 2 wives, his 2 female servants, and his 11 sons, and crossed over the ford of Jabbok. He took them, sent them over the brook, and sent over what he had. Sorry, I missed that line. But then it does just launch into, then Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him until the breaking of day. Where did this dude come from?
Just a friendly wrestle, you know? Or is it like, you're in my land, we gonna wrestle.
Then we go wrestle. Come here, boy. Come here, Jacob.
I don't know, Jacob doesn't sound like a wrestler.
No, he got manhandled, didn't he?
Manhandled.
All fucking night. And it's just in the middle of the night, some random dude just started
wandering the land, just like, there's a guy there by himself. Everyone left him.
looking for a wrestle.
You gonna wrestle?
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. And they wrestled until the breaking of day. So it was just a long wrestle.
Sounds like a rock song lyric or something.
Wrestle to the break of day, yeah.
Now, when he saw that he did not prevail against him,
Oh, man.
because this dude's he's a professional wrestler. He's just wandering around wrestling
wanders
dudes.
around asking people for a wrestle.
Yeah,
It's good.
he's got lots of
this.
yeah. He's got lots of experience. And Jacob's never wrestled anyone, as far as we know. Now, when he saw that he did not prevail against him, he touched the socket of his hip, and the socket of Jacob's hip was out of joint, as he wrestled with him. So he ruined him. And he said, so I'm not sure who this is. I'm assuming this is Jacob. And he said, "Let me go, for the day breaks." But he said, "I will not let you go unless you bless me." Because he's a monster, this dude.
He's a troll.
Yeah,
He's
a monster.
the troll under the bridge.
So he said to him, "What is your name?" And he said, "Jacob." And he said, "Your name shall no longer be called Jacob." Is this God? Oh, this might be
Level
God.
up.
"Your name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel. For you have struggled with God and with men and have prevailed." So is the wrestler God? I think it is. Then Jacob asked, saying, "Tell me your name, I pray." And he said, "Why is it that you ask about my name?" And he blessed him there.
Hang on. Old mate asks him his name, and he's like, Jacob. He goes, "What's your name?" Why would you ask me that?
"Not telling. I'm a wrestler, not a name giver."
Well, he's a name giver. He just gave him a name.
No, I'm not giving my name. Oh no, you confused me, Kebevin. you ruined my simple brain. So Jacob called the name of the place Peniel, for I have seen God face to face, and my life is preserved. He just saw some weird wacko cunt in the desert, wrestled him for half a night, and was like, "I think I just met God. I'm pretty sure that was God.
That has to be. That is the most direct communication God has made with a human so
If
far
it
in
is
the Bible.
God.
Like, no one else has done a wrestling match with him.
No,
He stands with them. He's in their heart. But nah, mate, this was a wrestle.
yeah, a wrestle and a hip touching.
The other people that got
Yeah.
renamed did nothing to earn it. He earned his new name.
Yeah, he wrestled for that name change.
And sorry, my internet was dropping out a bit. Is his name Israel?
Yeah, Israel. So yeah,
Okay.
the God wrestler called his name Israel. And this, by the way, I'm sort of half expecting one of your little pop culture references because you watched a lot of wrestling and there was a lot of God shit going on. Why was there never a God wrestler that was naming people Israel all the time?
I dubbed thee.
You know? Maybe
Probably would have been pretty popular to some people, but I don't know if I would have liked that
Probably would have been
particular character.
sacrilegious.
I name you Israel. Just as he crossed over Penuel, the sun rose on him, and he limped on his hip. Therefore, to this day, the children of Israel do not eat the muscle that shrank, which is on the hip socket, because he touched the socket of Jacob's hip in the muscle that shrank. So that was the end of chapter 32. So that was exciting. I actually enjoyed the wrestling.
Yeah. No, sorry. Was it just a mystical god friend?
It was just
called Israel.
They didn't
Or was
really
it
No,
God
say he was a
wrestling
god.
No, Captain. It must. The interwebs must have dropped out. God intervened.
No, at one point, it did say he wrestled with God.
Oh no, sorry. I think
That's
Correct.
what I think's confusing me and Luke.
yeah. I think it was apparently God. I think the Bible is calling our wrestler God.
So
But
it
I
is.
think the captain is thinking the wrestler's name was Israel, but no, the wrestler decided to change Jacob's name to Israel.
That's what I initially thought happened, and then I got confused afterwards. Okay, I thought I confused myself twice somehow. Yeah, because that fits more the theme of. Well, no, because it made way more sense. His name was the one that changed. Because if Abraham's name changed, why wouldn't Jacob's name also change? That's a theme.
Is it the
And,
third? I think maybe
but
the
then I
third
just confused
person now.
myself later.
Sarah, Abraham,
Yeah,
and now
Jacob, who is Israel's son. Ooh.
Isaac really was just like a shitter character. Like, and no one cares about Isaac. He was only there because he was Abraham's son. They
Yeah,
could have
he-
just skipped his whole life.
He didn't even participate in the coolest story of his life, which was the henchman. Remember, the henchman went and found Rebecca.
Yes.
And
Oh
Isaac,
no, but he did get
What did he
scammed.
actually do?
oh, he did do a scam. Yeah, he scammed and got caught.
No, he got to his son Esau skin graft.
That's right.
mimic
Yeah, but he wasn't the
scam.
main character of that story either. He was just a person. But by the way, may I really quickly? I'm going to throw a pop culture reference out, and you will definitely know this if I explain it correctly. Our mystery wrestler, I'm imagining the really big, massive dude that Goku had to fight in the, I don't know, in the world tournament. There's a big hairy dude that was in the world tournament, if I'm remembering
Oh,
correctly.
that Hercule or whatever. Or,
Oh, you're thinking about Hercule.
Yeah, that's who I'm imagining.
yeah, where he, like because he's like a pro wrestling type character.
The
Yeah,
handlebar mustache
Yeah.
and the
yeah,
Yeah.
way over down Widow Peaks.
That's it. So that's who I'm imagining. I don't know if you boys were visualizing anyone in particular, but that's who I was visualizing.
I wasn't, but that's
Yeah,
a
that
pretty
works
good.
for me.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my one and only pop culture reference, and I fucked it according to the captain. So get fucked.
No, like it was a good reference. I just you made it harder to figure out who it was than it could have been.
All right. So I reckon we pull the pin on this one, because that was a pretty cool way to finish. I think the wrestling man was pretty good.
Yeah.
So it'll be curious to see what happens in the next chapter, because we've got the SL Jacob fucking
But now
schmozzle.
Jacob has a busted hip. He has more wrestling experience, but less hip.
Yes.
muscles.
He's a
So is he broken now?
yeah. I guess so. He's limping on a hip.
He's crippled for life.
Yeah. Thanks, Captain. That's been good. I don't know if you can say bye or not. If you can, go for it. Thanks, Kebevin. You're a legend.
See you,
I'm gonna
Mark.
go wrestle till dawn.
go and wrestle till
Walk the
dawn.
field till I find a man.
And then hopefully you'll be given a brand new name by sunrise.
Yeah.
All right. So that was the Brothers Grail chapter 11. That was episode 11. So it's been fun. Anyone who's listening to this shit and is putting up with it, fucking tell people to listen and watch, because I don't want to be the obnoxious person that goes and tells all my friends and family to watch it. But you can be the obnoxious person and tell everyone to watch it and listen to it, because we're approaching 200 listens now, by the way. So
Everyone just tells one other person, two other people.
pyramid scheme.
Done.
Yes.
Pyramid our way to the top.
We pyramid. Egyptian
I'm back,
stuff.
I think. Can you see?
Yeah, you're back just in time for me to go, Brothers Grail, out. Bye.
Peace.